All right, welcome to Lesson 3 and Unit 5. The title of the lesson is Properties of Systems and Their Solutions. And so we're going to look at the additive property, how we can add and multiply the entire equation in a system of equations and how that can help us solve for them. Let's start with the first one. It's a standard question. It's consider the system shown below, and I'm going to highlight it in red. Shown the system on the right and find its solution 1, 5 and prove that 1, 5 is a solution. So to do that, we need to take the points 1, 5 and understand that that means x equals 1, and so everywhere we see x we plug in 1, and y equals 5, so everywhere we see y we plug in 5, and we solve for that to see if its equivalent in this equation is valid. It's 4 plus 10, and that indeed is equal to 14, so check. We do the same thing here. We plug in 1, we plug in 5, and we see if it's equivalent to negative 4. And negative 4 indeed does equal negative 4. Check. So we've proven that it's valid, and it's a solution to the system of the equations. Find the sum of the two equations. Well, this is asking for something different. We're going to take both equations and simply add them. We add them, and I think the best way to do it is organize them on the top and bottom. Now, I already have them for you on the right, so if you want to use those, that's fine. The only thing to be careful about is negative numbers. When we add these two equations, we add right down the line. We add 4x plus x, which is 5x. 2y minus y, or plus a negative y, is equal to plus 1y. And 14 plus a negative 4 is equal to 10. When we have this equation, we can then, it says justify if 1, 5 is a solution to this new equation. So in this case, we plug in x, which is a 1. We plug in y, which is a 5. And we see if that equals 10. Indeed, 5 plus 5 does equal 10. So even when we added the two equations together, the 0.15 is a solution. Multiply the second equation by 2 to get an equivalent equation. So our second equation was x minus y equals negative 4. Now we're seeing if the multiplication property of equality is valid. So we multiply the entire equation by 2. Now make sure you, when you multiply by 2, you multiply not just the left but the right as well. Everything in the equation by 2 to get 2x minus 2y equals negative 8. If indeed this equation is valid, we should be able to plug the points in 1 and 5 and find the answer. 2 times 1 is 2. And then minus 2 times 5 should equal negative 8. And we have 2 minus 10 equals negative 8. And 2 minus 10 is indeed negative 8. Negative 8 equals negative 18. Oh, looks like I wrote 18 there. Well, it looks like I'm not perfect. Sorry about that, guys. And check and check. So even when we multiply 2, 1, 5 is still a solution. It must be a valid solution to the equation. And the equation must not have changed because we still have the same valid point. Now, part D. Take the equation you found in C, which is 2x minus 2y equals negative 8. And what we want to add it to the first equation. And in our first equation, it was 4x plus 2y equals 14. Just needed to double check I have the equation. And they said they want to add it to the first equation, so we're going to add it right down the line. 2x and 4x make 6x. A 2y, a negative 2y, and a positive 2y make a 0y. And a negative 8 and a positive 14 make a positive 6. Oops, positive 6. So we have 6x equals 6. When we solve for x, we get x equals 1. That looks, what happened? How does this allow now us to solve for variable x? And what we found was x equals 1, which is equivalent to what we had at first. So what we're slowly proving is that for multiplying by 2, adding equations, and also adding different forms of the equation, the same solution holds true. So now, once you know the value of x, how could we possibly find the value of y? Well, we have two equations to choose from. We have actually three now. We can choose any of those to substitute. If we know x equals 1, and we know the equation x minus y equals -4, that's the second equation from above, we can substitute in for their y, or solve for y by substituting in for x. In this case, I'm going to add 4 and add y to both sides, and I get y equals 5. And that indeed matches the original point, 1, 5, which we said was a solution to the equations. All right, let's take a look at the next questions and what we've done. Properties of equality, which means the additive property and the multiplication quality of equations, we can be used to rewrite equations. Check. The equations are added or subtracted, or any rewritten, it's added or subtracted. So let's try that. Show that the point 3, -1 is a solution. So standard technique, like we always do, we have to just know the point. It's 3, -1. And knowing that this is my x value, this is my y value, I plug those in to get 12 plus 3 equals 15. Check. And you can also, if you ever get, if that's too much for you, substitute them using parentheses. And it's a very easy way to get 100. Because this way, technique of substitution allows us to be very careful with our work, which is really needed when you're doing with important projects like a test or a quiz, or building bridges. The point 3, -1 will be a solution to the equation shown below. Oh, sorry about that. And yes, it is. We found out that both points are valid. And can you determine this without substituting a point in? Can the point 3, -1 be a solution to these system of equations? Well, if we take a little closer look at our originals up here and compare it to these, you might see something that we did to go from the box green to the over here. It looks like to the top equation, 8x, 4x, 3y, it's -6y, 15, 30. It looks like what we did was we multiplied by 2 to get the top equation, and we multiplied by 3 to get the bottom equation. 3x to 9x was multiplied by 3, 2y to multiply by 3 gets 6y, and 7 times 3 is 21. So it looks like we multiplied each equation by different things to get this. Now, if it is valid, so yes. We can tell because we multiply each equation by a number. That just transforms it, but it keeps the equation valid. What happens when you add these two equations together? So let's add these together. We have 8x plus 9x, which is 17x, -6y, and +6y cancel to 0y, and then 50 plus, or 30 plus 21 is 51. And we have to divide both sides by 17 to get x equals 3. Now we just added these two equations together even after multiplying, and we still get x equals 3, which is what we had in the solution before. Now solve the system using the same technique. Well, what technique we were using was we're going to multiply these equations, the green one and the red one, by a number to cause the variables when we add them to eliminate. So we just have to choose if we want to eliminate x or y, and I choose to eliminate x. And I'm going to make them equal and opposite. What number does 6 and 2 both go into? They both go into 12. So I'm going to make the top one 12x, and I'm going to make the bottom one into the opposite and equal value, which is -12x. Now for this equation, on the green one, I have to multiply what by to make it into 12x? I have to multiply by 6. So I'm going to multiply the entire equation times 6. 6 times 2x is 12x. So that's where I get the 12x. 6 times 4y is equal to 24y. And 6 times 2 is equal to 12. For the red equation, I need to make 6x into negative 12x. I have to multiply by negative 2. So I'm multiplying by negative 2. I'm going to multiply the entire equation by negative 2. Negative 2 times 6x is negative 12x. Negative 2 times 3x is going to be minus 6y. Negative 2 times negative 3 is equal to positive 6. Now I have my equations. I'm going to add them. 12x and negative 12x add to 0x. A positive 24y and a negative 6y is equal to 18y. And 12 plus 6 is equal to 18. That causes me to divide both sides by 18 and x equals 1. Or excuse me, y equals 1. Now if y equals 1, I used the elimination method. I eliminated the x term. So that's called the method of elimination. And now we need to decide if it actually is a solution. So I have the equation. I'm going to use the top equation. It looks to be a little bit easier. I'm going to substitute what I know, which is y equals 1. Then I'm going to solve for that equation by minusing, I'm going to solve for x by minusing 4 from both sides. And then I get x equals negative 1. Now I'm at the solution step where I have negative 1. 1 is my solution. Check. That concludes your notes for today. The homework is right there. You're going to do the same thing we did in the notes. You're going to solve for the system of equations. Thanks.